There we go. Bonsai. I am the Cobra Kai Kid, and welcome to the live stream. Today, we are going to be discussing Cobra Kai Season 6, the final season of Cobra Kai. We got some new news. So, we are getting this from John Hurwitz, the creator of Cobra Kai. First off, shout out to John Hurwitz, Hayden Schlossberg, and Josh Shield, the creators of Cobra Kai, for making this awesome show. And not only do they make this awesome show, but the fan interaction that these guys do is unlike anything we've really ever seen before with other shows and movie franchises. I mean, can you think of another show or movie franchise where you have the creators doing Q&As on Twitter with the fans? Like, it's unbelievable. So shout out to them. So awesome. And shout out to the 100. Right now we have 114 people in here. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you all. Appreciate you guys for coming into this spontaneous live stream. I see the numbers are growing. I appreciate it. Before we start, I see some questions. I got to show you guys. Okay, actually, there are no questions in the chat about it. But you know what? I'm still going to show you guys. Check this out. Check out this. The Cobra Kai bathrobe. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Boom. Boom. Got it on Amazon if you're wondering. So if you guys want one, that's where I got it. So you guys got to go check that out. It's awesome. I love it. It's very comfy. And yeah, shout out to the Cobra Kai bathrobe. Okay. So I guess we should get right into it. And we'll go through each of the questions that John answered on his Q&A, and then we are going to discuss it here in the chat. So make sure to comment in the chat your thoughts on the new information. We'll have a big discussion. If anybody sends in any super chats, I will be reading those at some point. So if you want to send those in, that is so appreciated. Thank you guys so much for that. So I guess we should just get right into it. Yeah, John Hurwitz did this Q&A on Twitter, answered a bunch of questions, and we have some pretty cool information here. We have a lot. So I think we should just get right into it. Once again, appreciate you all for coming down here to the stream. We're going to do this for a little bit. So let's get going. Oh, here we go. Question number 1. XO Lift 3 asks, has the writing for the final season of Cobra Kai started? And John says, we started the Cobra Kai season 6 writers room 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago, that's that's around the beginning of February. Love spending time with this brilliant and hilarious group. It's like we never left. So many great ideas flowing. You're all in for a treat. So that's big. That's big. Cobra Kai season 6 has started writing 2 weeks ago. Usually it takes a couple months for them to write out the whole season, which really is incredible how they're able to come up with all that in a couple months. It's a lot of hard work. But you know, they have a big writer's room. They actually added a new writer. I believe his name is Chris. They added a new writer to the show. So I mean, the writers of the show, just to clarify for everyone out there, it's not just John Hurwitz, Josh Shield, Hayden Schlossberg. Those are the big names because those guys are the creators of the show, but there's a whole writer's room, and I would love to interview and talk to the other writers. I actually have had the chance of talking to a couple of the other writers, but I do want to do like an interview and be able to really discuss what's it like being in the writer's room, how they come up with certain ideas, and what the process is. I believe, I don't know how many writers there are, maybe like 10-ish, maybe more. I'm not sure. I don't know the number, but they have a bunch of writers. So the fact that they're 2 weeks into writing, how many episodes is that? I don't really know. Maybe like 1 or 2. They probably, well, actually, I take that back. Just like, so me and Ken Cole, we're actually doing our own writing of season 6, our own fan thing. And basically what they do at the beginning of the writer's room for every season, and John Hurwitz, Josh Shield, Hayden Schlossberg have discussed this in the past. What they do is they map out the whole season first. So it's not like the first day of writer's room, okay, let's write the first episode. They map out the season. They say, okay, where are our characters starting and where do we want them to go? And they kind of like figure out all the details. And then that's when they make the episode. So I don't know where they are in the process, like if they're still outlining, if they're actually starting on episodes. I would say 2 weeks is pretty early, since they're going to be going a couple months more. But very, very great news to hear that they are writing on it. That they are writing the season. They just finished filming Obliterated, their other show, which actually there's some questions here we'll talk about with that. So now they're getting to work writing the final season of Cobra Kai. I would say that this season is going to take longer to write, and it's going to take longer to film, just because it is the biggest season. They're going to want to put as much effort and time into this because it has to be perfect, and it's the biggest one. It's the last one. So I think they're going to really take their time with this, which is what I think is necessary. I don't want them to just rush something and put something out. Like, look, if we have to wait, I mean, listen, we're probably going to get Cobra Kai season 6 by next year, but if we have to wait 2 years, I'm okay with that. As long as what they're delivering is going to be, the best quality content, but we are most likely going to get it by next year. So very exciting to hear that Cobra Kai season 6 is going to be filming, or is starting writing right now. Sam, hey man, what's up? Thank you for the super chat, and I love your profile picture with you and Mary Mauser. That's sick. Hey Drew, I had my 18th birthday on February 17th. Happy birthday, Sam. 18. Wow, that's a big birthday. Happy birthday, man. Hope you had a great day. You got a Miyagi-Do gi and an Eagle Fang gi. My gi collection is complete. I can't believe I'm 18. That is awesome. I actually just got Eagle Fang gi, which I haven't really put on yet. I kind of ordered like a size too big, so yeah, that kind of sucks. But it's it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's the gi that counts. So yeah. So I have the full collection too. I gotta show that off at one point. But happy birthday, Sam. Thank you so much for that super chat. Appreciate it. 10K on top says, are we going to get season 7 by any chance? I don't think so. I mean, they said season 6 was the last season. However, 20, 30 years down the line, like, why can't we see Miguel? I know it's a long time, but like, why can't we see Miguel, Robby, Sam as grown-ups now teaching the next generation? And like Daniel, Johnny, or grandpas or something. That'd be kind of funny. I'd be down for that. All right. Let's get to the next question. Okay. Sabrina asks, do you guys think you'll be shooting anything significant on location, not in Georgia, in this final season? Maybe a trip to the real golf and stuff, or a visit back to the South Seas. Also, was there ever talk of moving the show to Albuquerque? Okay. Before I read John's answer, I just want to explain. Cobra Kai, if you guys didn't know, films in Atlanta, Georgia. The show takes place in Los Angeles, California, but they don't actually film there. I actually asked Hayden Schlossberg, one of the creators of the show, I asked him why they don't film in Los Angeles. And he explained that, like, to film in LA, it's freaking expensive. Depending on like where you film in certain parts of the world, the price, it can be really pricey. And LA is a very expensive filming spot. I was wanting to film something in LA with a friend, and yeah, they told me it was pretty expensive, so that kind of got like scratched. But yes, it could be very, very pricey. And I mean, listen, I think the show would be better if it was filmed in LA. I mean, it takes place in LA, and let's be honest, I mean, they do a great job of making Atlanta look as much like LA as possible, but you don't see all the palm trees that you would be seeing if you were filming like Karate Kid. That's LA because it was actually filmed in LA. So I think Cobra Kai would be better if it was filmed there, but obviously restraints. I mean, Netflix should just give them all the money in the world. But, you know, at this point for season 6, you might as well just finish it off in Atlanta to keep it consistent. It would be a little weird to like go to LA for the whole thing and then be like, okay, now this is to LA. Like it would just kind of feel different. It would feel off. So I imagine they're going to just stick with this. And then John here says, we typically film at least something outside of Georgia each season. Would expect season 6 to be similar. So yeah, that makes sense. In season 1, what did they film? In season 1, they filmed some stuff in LA. In season 2, they filmed stuff in LA. Season 3, they obviously went to Okinawa. Season 4, some stuff in LA. Season 5, they actually went to Puerto Rico to film the Mexico scenes. And season 6, especially if we're going to get this Sekai Taikai, this world tournament, maybe they'll travel to like, I don't know, maybe they'll travel to Japan or something. Like that'd be pretty cool. Go back to Japan, do something down there. But I couldn't imagine, like they might like, what's kind of cool about what they do is with the Okinawa stuff, all the Okinawa stuff wasn't filmed in Okinawa. So the strip mall scenes, you know, Tommy Village, when Tommy Village was a mall, that was actually filmed in Atlanta. And then the scenes where Daniel and Chosen were looking out at that, like that beautiful view of the Okinawa Islands, like that was actually Okinawa. So yeah, that's basically how they do it. Okay. Let's see. Question. Well, let's see if anybody has any comments with this. Aryan, what's up, man? Sekai Taikai in Japan would be crazy. Oof. Yes, it would be. Yes, yes. The only time I can tell it's not LA is when I see all the deciduous, I can't read, trees. Coyote Creek. Yeah. Coyote Creek, definitely, that is not LA. That is not LA. Will Pain in the List be in season 6? Oh yeah. California is super expensive in general, from what I've heard. Probably not every city, but LA. Yeah. LA is very, very expensive. So definitely that's gonna be tough to film there. If they were. Whoops. Okay. Question 3. We got Mike P. Cobra Kai Wisdom. When it's all over, if you get to keep one thing from the sets, what would you keep? Great question. John says, believe me, we'll definitely do some rummaging. We already have Johnny's original Strike First, Strike Hard, No Mercy painted wall in our offices in LA. Now that is sick. That is freaking sick right there. He's referring to the original wall. I'll pull a picture up. The original wall from season 1. So like to get an actual piece of that wall, like that's pretty freaking cool. Check for Strike Card. I'm gonna pull up a picture. I mean, we all know what it is, but just to give you guys an idea. Let's see. There we go. This is it. That's basically what he's referring to. How do I zoom in on this? Like Johnny with the technology. Yeah, that's it. That's it right there. That's pretty cool if they have that. That's honestly awesome. Oof. Where would they put that? Like, so they have the whole wall? Is that what he's saying? Or they have like that piece of the wall? Let's see. Wait, let me read the message again. Just want to be sure what he said right there. We already have Johnny's original Strike First, Strike Hard, No Mercy painted wall in our offices in LA. Yeah, so I guess they have the freaking wall. That's sick. That is sick. Guys, let me ask you in the chat. I'm going to pose a question to you in the chat. If you could keep... Oh, this is a good question. Now I'll answer it too. If you could keep any memorabilia from Cobra Kai or Karate Kid, what would you keep and why? Comment it below in the chat, or just comment what you would keep. I'm trying to think. There's one thing that's standing out to me right away. Someone already owns this, but I mean, I gotta say for me, like Mr. Miyagi's Ford, that yellow Ford would be freaking sick. I mean, come on. I don't think anybody would pass up on that. Imagine having that baby driving around, you know, like Daniel Russo in season 2. That would be pretty cool having that. I'm trying to think what else. The headband that Mr. Miyagi gave Daniel, that's pretty iconic. I would take that. What else? What else? All Valley Trophy, that's iconic. Johnny's headband. I don't know. What would you guys do in the chat? Oh my God, Johnny's Cobra Kai mobile. Oh, wait, I take it all back. I want the Cobra Kai mobile. That's it. Wait, did you guys see Balin Levine? Do you guys know, if you guys don't know Balin Levine is a pranker YouTuber. He's so awesome. I actually spoke to him here on the channel. You guys could check out that video. I gotta show you this. Speaking of Johnny's Cobra Kai mobile, freaking Balin Levine. This guy is awesome. This guy gave his friend a Cobra Kai car. Balin got his friend. I gotta see it. I don't know where it is. I gotta see if I could find the video. But Balin gave his friend like a Cobra Kai car. Like, and when I say that, like, you might be asking, like, what am I talking about? I mean it exactly as I am saying it. He gave his friend. He literally like custom made the Cobra Kai car and gave it to his friend Lucas. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Here's the video. I'm gonna show you guys. Look at that. Look at that. So Balin gave his friend Lucas a custom Cobra Kai car. Dude, do you see that? That is insane. Like, literally, like even with the Cobras on the, it's like, it literally looks exactly like it. Isn't that awesome? With the Cobra Kai logo right there. Come on. Okay, so that's what I would take. That's what I would take for sure. No question. No doubt about it. Mr. Miyagi's boat. Hey, that's a good one. Oh, I like this. Hawk's confidence, TBH. Okay, that's cool. The whole Cobra Kai dojo. Wouldn't we all? Which one? Which dojo though? The original one or the Terry Silver one? Hawk's mohawk wig. Oh, that's a good one. Johnny's classic red jacket. That's a good one. Johnny's black gi. Chosen's daggers. You've been watching my video since 44K. You are the best, Junior. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, Sam's weapons, the size that she uses at the tournament. That's cool. Yes, Galactic Goo. I have seen the Outsiders. Sam stuffed octopus. Yeah. Robbie's Butterfinger. Oh my God. I like these. These are a good list. It's a good list. Ooh, Johnny's bike. That's a good one. There's a lot of good ones. Yeah, I would probably say, okay, you know what? If I had to choose, I would choose the Cobra Kai mobile. That thing is badass. I gotta show you guys. You know what? I gotta show you guys. I haven't posted it yet. But my car, I actually got these Cobra Kai decal stickers. So I got a Cobra Kai logo, and I got a Strike First, Strike Hard, No Mercy decal logo, and I put it on the back of my car. So it's so funny. Like, it's literally the Cobra Kai mobile. And I have some Star Wars stuff. I actually call it the Jedi mobile, but it has more Cobra Kai stuff. But like, the Jedi mobile just sounds, I don't know, it has a nice name. It's like the Jedi Cobra Kai mobile. It's the Jedi mobile with more like Cobra Kai stuff on it, but it's really cool. So I'll have to show you guys what that looks like. It's sick. All right, next question. All right, Patrick R. Murphy asked John, When are the Cobra Kai trading cards coming out? Stranger Things has them, and so do other shows. The trading card market is really booming, and CK trading cards would be amazing. Imagine all of the possibilities. So John says, I was a huge card collector growing up, and I've been floored by some of the fan-made Cobra Kai cards I've seen. Completely agree with you that it's time for an official trading card set. How about it, Sony and Netflix? So I'll be honest here. I've never been into like card collecting and card trading. The only time I've really done any of that was, shout out to any of you guys, is hot in the 2000s, Club Penguin, Card Jitsu. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, yeah, that's what I did. That's my era. That was the age I grew up in. So that's what I would train. That's what I would trade and play with the Club Penguin Card Jitsu. So that's what I did. Other than that, I've never really been into trading cards, but that would be pretty cool to see Cobra Kai trading cards. I'd be down for that. Maybe I would get into card trading if it was for that. So we'll see. Question 5. Andrew Patterson. Oh, this is a good one. This is a juicy one. Many fans were surprised at how short the Mexico storyline was. Oof. Did you originally plan on doing more with it? Or was it always intended to be a 2-episode deal? Okay, so John responds to this and says, the plan was always 2 episodes. We have a ton of characters and had a lot of ground we wanted to cover in season 5. 2 episodes felt right to us given the Miguel, Hector, Johnny, Robby, Mexico stories that we wanted to tell. Very interesting answer. Very interesting answer. The thing that interests me about it is the first thing he says is, well, he says the plan was always 2 episodes, but after that, he says we have a ton of characters and had a lot of ground we wanted to cover in season 5. Like that right there, like, that kind of, confirms, like, I mean, there's a lot of characters, there's a lot of story, and, with certain arcs, we just might not get as much time with them because of all the characters and all the storylines. That's why I hope season 6 is going to be longer, because especially with this Sekai Taikai, this world tournament, this is a big deal. Like, we need at least 2 episodes for this, maybe 3. I would probably say 2. But like, yeah, with Mexico, it was very surprising that it was only 2 episodes. I liked what they did with Mexico. I thought it was really, really good. Now, would it have been cool to see Johnny interact with Hector? Yeah, that would have been sick. And Hector find out that Miguel's his son. That would have been sick. I like what they did with it, but it still would have been cool. It would have been cool to get more Mexico. But John's saying the plan was always 2. I think the reason why it surprised a lot of fans was because it was how the way season 4 ended. Like, season 4 ended with this big cliffhanger. Miguel's going to Mexico. It was a big cliffhanger in the teaser. We saw Johnny, going after him. So, we thought it was going to be like a big part of season 5 because that's how season 4 ended. But then I guess it shocked a lot of fans, including myself. I was a little shocked when it was episode 3. I'm like, oh, that's it. Okay. But you know what? Overall, I really love the arc, the story that they did. There was a very deep message behind it. And I would be so down with Hector coming back in season 6. I don't know for sure if he will. I'm not sure, but I hope he does. I think that would be absolutely amazing. And yeah, give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. Just gotta check something. And we're good. All right. But yeah, I absolutely love the storyline in season 5, and I'd be down to see Hector return. Would you guys? What do you guys think? Should Hector return in season 5? What do you guys think? I say why not? I say why not? Originally, we were thinking it would be like 5 episodes or something. I mean, 5 episodes is a lot. That's like half the season, but Yeah, you'd love to see Hector return. Yes, absolutely. I see a lot of yeses. I mean, yeah, do I think he's actually going to return? Probably not. Like, I don't really think he's going to return. If I had to like guess on it right now, I would say no, but I want him to. I want him to. The reason why is because I thought he was a good villain in season 5, and he wasn't. He wasn't even that. Like, he didn't even do too much in terms of being a villain. So I think there's more potential for him to do some bad stuff and cause some drama in the valley. If you guys know what I mean, I think that would be really fun to see. I see him like glitching out right now. Let me refresh my page, see if that does anything. Give me 1 second. Let me go back out. You all chill here. I will be right back, and I'll try and sort this out. I think I'm a little glitchy right now. Give me 1 second. Be right back. There I am. All right, hopefully that worked. I don't know if it did. Probably not. But anyway, let's keep going. All right. No, that's not the question we want to do. No, we're skipping ahead. There we go. All right. Derek asks, are we at a point where we can talk about the Karate Kid prequel series, the one that follows young Miyagi and Sato? Ooh, we're talking Cobra Kai spin-offs, baby. John says, people could talk about whatever they'd like to talk about. Freedom of speech right there. Is a young Miyagi series something that fans would like to see? I'm going to put it in the chat. Putting it in the chat. I'm putting it in the chat. Okay. Let's make a poll. Is a young Mr. Miyagi series something you would want to see? Yes or no? Listen, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but there's only one right answer to this question. All right, whoever said no, like, I'm kidding. Well, not really. We need a young Mr. Miyagi series. And the fact that John is asking, is a young Mr. Miyagi series something that fans would like to see? He knows that fans would like to see that. He knows. He is asking a question he knows the answer to. But, I mean, he probably wants to see, like, okay, like, is this something people, like, maybe they have been thinking about it, and he's asking, is this something people want to see? That way, you know, they could say, okay, yeah, they want to see it, and then they'll make it happen. Me personally, I would love to see a young Mr. Miyagi show. I think there is so much potential with a show like that. Like, you do multiple seasons, you name it like Miyagi, like literally just call it Miyagi, a Netflix series, multiple seasons that goes through the life of Mr. Miyagi, like from childhood, and maybe you tie it up until the events of Cobra Kai, literally, or even up to like the point where he dies. You know, there's so much technology out there. They literally de-aged Johnny in Cobra Kai. They deep faked his face. They deepfake Johnny Lawrence, so they could use technology and CG and deepfake and all that to bring Pat Morita to life again and kind of show us what happened after the events of Karate Kid. And maybe you bring back Ralph Macchio for this series. That'd be sick. That's how you bring that's why like Ralph Macchio wouldn't have to be done with Cobra Kai, or at least the Miyagi-verse. Like Cobra Kai, the series could be done. But if you do a Miyagi show, you show him in season 1 or season 2, like in Okinawa as a kid and all that stuff. And then you see him move to America. And then like you see like after Karate Kid 3, Ralph is like, or Daniel's like in his like 30s or 40s. And he has Sam and Anthony. And you see Mr. Miyagi, kind of taking care of them as like kids. And then like you see him pass away, and like that way you bring back Ralph Macchio. And then you could also bring back Courtney Hengler. You could bring back Lucille LaRusso, played by Randy Heller. A Mr. Miyagi show could really give us so much more insight on the character. It could tie so much stuff together. And also like Karate Kid 1, 2, 3, and 4 just sets up all this backstory about him. There's so much like Mr. Miyagi's father teaching him how to fish and do karate. Like when, how, where, what is the origin of Miyagi-Do? We know Shimpo Sensei was the first Miyagi ancestor. What happened to him? Maybe we do a Miyagi show, or maybe we do a Miyagi-Do origin story that takes place before Mr. Miyagi. There's so many possibilities, so much potential with the series like this. It could really be amazing. And I think that we all want to see it. And I think they should do it. I think that should be the show after Cobra Kai. Like if we're going to get anything, I hope we get that. That's what I want to see. What do you guys think? See Miyagi kick Anthony. Yes, exactly. They may need Pat Morita to CGI a young Miyagi. Well, Pat Morita's passed away, so Pat Morita won't actually be. They're not going to actually have Pat Morita, but they could have someone else who looks similar to him. I would like to see it, but it has to be perfect casting. Yeah, the casting is definitely going to be essential. Casting is definitely going to be essential with a show like that. If you're going to cast someone to play a young Mr. Miyagi, and maybe you have like multiple actors, like you have a 8-year-old Miyagi and a 13-year-old Miyagi and a 20-year-old Miyagi and a 30-year-old Miyagi and a 40-year-old, like you could have multiple actors play him. That would be sick. But yeah, casting is key. What I want to do right now is I'm going to put a poll up on, I'm actually going to make a post on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. I need you guys to go on these polls and or I need you guys to go in these comments and say that we want a Mr. Miyagi series if you want it. I will tag John, Josh, and Hayden, the creators, so they could see it and that they could see the love and support for it. So John Hurwitz. Oh, whoops. All right. So John Hurwitz mentioned Mr. Miyagi series on his most recent Twitter Q&A. Is that something you would like to see? I'm posting this. Guys, okay, I'm posting this on my community tab first. So the YouTube community tab, I'll tell you when I post it. So you could go there and like just freaking comment that you want to see it if you do. And I will tag them so they can, all right, it's posted on my YouTube community tab. Keep this tab open and go on the YouTube community tab, comment that you want to see it. Now I'm going to go on Twitter. You guys got to go on Twitter too. And you gotta show the support. You gotta show the support. Let's show them that we want it. Let's show them that we want it. Cobra Kai, Mr. Miyagi. John Horowitz mentioned a Mr. Miyagi series on his most recent Twitter Q&A. Is that something? All right, it's on Twitter too. It's on Twitter. I see you guys on YouTube coming in clutch. It's on Twitter. I think I deleted Instagram. Whoops. Something about me is I do not keep Instagram on my phone. I delete it. I go on, I post, and then I delete, so I don't get caught scrolling mindlessly through content, because it could become addicting, and I'm not a fan of that. So it's not even loading for me, but maybe that's a sign to not go on it. Now it's loading. You know what? We don't need to do Instagram right now. It's fine. Twitter's good enough. If you guys have a Twitter, go on the Twitter, make a comment, retweet, tag the writers. We want to see a Young Mr. Miyagi show. Comment it. Let's do it. I see you guys from the stream in that chat. So thank you guys. Awesome. Let's get it. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen. I see a super chat. Incoming super chat. Appreciate that. Rory, what's up, man? Thank you so much. Yes, we need a Mr. Miyagi spinoff series. Dude, let's make it happen. Let's tell the big three. Let's tell Netflix and Sony that we want it to happen. Let's get it. Let's make it freaking happen. I think it will if people want to see it. I think it's gotta happen. All right. Let's do it. Next question. Mega Cloud, Carrie, what's up, Carrie? Asks, one of the greatest tragedies of 2021 was the death of Ed Asner. Had he survived, would there have been any plans for him story-wise? Now, to let you guys know, Ed Asner is the actor for Sid from Cobra Kai, who played Johnny's stepfather. You guys might also know him for some of his other roles. I knew him as the voice of Carl from the movie Up. So very unfortunate that he passed away. Amazing man who had an amazing career. And here we have John answering, saying, we cherished every moment we got to spend on set with Ed Asner. Would have absolutely loved to have more time with him. Yeah, I definitely think if Ed was still alive, they would keep Sid on the show. Maybe at least bring him back for the final season. I don't think at this point they're going to acknowledge his passing. I don't know if that's relevant to the story that they're telling right now. After season 3, I was thinking maybe that they will mention that he died in season 4, and maybe Johnny would get like some money from his inheritance or anything, but doesn't seem like they're going down that direction. Maybe they will, maybe not, but I think we're not going to hear any more from Sid. So very unfortunate what happened to Ed. And yeah, yeah, very, very, very sad. Very sad. Okay. Now we're going to be talking about Obliterated. So if you guys don't know, John Hurwitz, Josh Shield, and Hayden Schlossberg have a new TV show coming out. These are the creators of Cobra Kai. They have a new TV show coming out called Obliterated. Very exciting. We know a little bit about the show. We don't know too much. More is going to come out soon on it, but we have a little bit of an update from them, and it'll be cool to watch this series and see, like, you know, the Cobra Kai guys do another Netflix series and see how that turns out and how it compares to Cobra Kai. I mean, obviously Cobra Kai is Cobra Kai. It's two completely different shows, but I'm sure it'll still be amazing. So we have Maria, who asks John, When will we have news about Obliterated? I'm dying for a teaser. John says, here's some Obliterated news. We've edited the first season and we're absolutely in love with it. The cast is perfection and there's nothing like this show on TV. Anyone who enjoys big action and R-rated comedies will go nuts for it. That's pretty cool. So for all the little kids out there who are watching, appreciate you all, but this show might not be for you. Obliterated, it's R-rated comedy. I mean, maybe if mom and dad allow you to, but other than that, parental warnings advised. But I'm excited for this. The Cobra Kai creators are known for comedy. John and Hayden worked on Harold and Kumar. Josh Shield worked on Hot Tub Time Machine. These guys are known for their comedy. They brought it into Cobra Kai. And not only are they known for their comedy, but they're known for their great storytelling. So I'm excited to see the show, a show like this, which they say there's nothing like this on TV, which those are pretty big words to say. For John to say there is nothing like this on TV, that's awesome. And anyone who enjoys big action, R-rated comedy will go nuts for it. I'm excited, honestly. You know, I'm very particular with TV shows. Like, honestly, I just rewatch a lot of my favorite shows because there's a lot of shows that I try to get into that just don't appeal to me. So I just rewatch the shows that I like Cobra Kai and whatever. So, Obliterated. I mean, I don't know if this would be a show that I would be watching if it wasn't for John, Josh, and Hayden, but because of Cobra Kai, because of John, Josh, and Hayden, I will be watching it and I will be discussing it here on the channel as well. So make sure you stay tuned for that. That'll be a lot of fun to have discussions on that because it is tied into the Cobra Kai creators. I will be discussing content and movies and shows about, I've always done this, but I'll continue to do it. You know, the Cobra Kai cast and the crew, they're involved in other projects. Like I did a watch party here on He's All That, which was the movie that Tanner Buchanan was in with Addison Rae. We'll do more of that. It's a lot of fun. So yeah. I have so much dust flying around here. I got to clean this place out. Anyway, Brandon asks, what was your reaction when they told you it was the last season? Okay. This is a big one. John says, Netflix didn't tell us it was the last season. We told them it was the last season. I just want to stop it right there and just, okay. That's big. That's big right there. We knew this, but you know, I just want to say it's very, very uncommon or rare to have a show go 6 seasons and tell the full story that it wants to tell. There are so many shows that don't even get past 1 season. There are so many shows that get canceled right before the final season. I mean, there was a show, I went to New York City Comic Con and they were promoting this new show called The Midnight Club on Netflix. And I think the numbers did pretty good, honestly, for the first season. And like, you know, they set it up like, oh, season 2, whatever. We still have more story to tell. What happens? It gets canceled after the first season. I'm like, bruh, imagine like putting all that time and effort into a show. And then like you have all these like seasons lined up and it gets canceled. Like Manifest, show like Manifest. Manifest got canceled at season 3. But then they brought it back for season 4 because it went to Netflix and Netflix saved it. But like all these shows get canceled and Cobra Kai was able to tell the story. Now, I know we all wanted more seasons, like 7 or 8. I know we wanted them to go longer. But the fact that John is saying, we told them we wanted to end it here. Netflix didn't say, no, guys, you gotta wrap it up. That's it. Because if John, Josh, and Hayden, if the creators of Cobra Kai wanted to keep going, they probably would say, Netflix, we need 2 more. And they'd be like, yes, whatever you guys say. You guys are saving our platform. You guys are bringing us in views. I mean, like, look, they are literally like, why would you end a show that's being successful? And according to John, Josh, and Hayden, the reason that the show is ending is because it's that time. They've come to the end of the story. So very, very grateful that they get to end it on their terms. So John also says, we told them it was the last season. Oh, wait. John also says, we've always wanted to end Cobra Kai on our own terms, and we are grateful we have the opportunity to do so. But that doesn't mean we're finished with the Miyagi-verse. We love this world. And what does that mean? I think that ties back to, where is it? Right there. It ties back to this tweet right here. Young Miyagi series. Would that be something the fans would like to see? Whatever we do get, the Miyagi-verse is not over. John, Josh, and Hayden have said multiple times, Cobra Kai is not the end. Well, season 6 will be the end of the Cobra Kai series. But look at the Star Wars franchise. You have Star Wars started out with the original Skywalker saga movies. You have episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I was about to say 10. No, 10. Maybe 30 years down the line or something. Knowing Disney, probably like 10. But they have all these spin-offs. They have the Book of Boba Fett, Rogue One, Mandalorian, Kenobi, the books, the video games, Jedi Fallen Order. They have all these extra content. And I was able to ask John, Josh, and Hayden when I met them in LA. I was able to ask them, like, do you guys, and you could see this in my video that I did with them. It's called I Met the Cobra Kai Creators. I asked them, like, do you guys want Cobra Kai like to be like Star Wars and like, you know, have books and movies and shows and all that? And they're like, yeah, like that's the goal. We want that. So I think it would be really cool to see beyond Cobra Kai movies, shows, books, video games. And we've already gotten a little bit of it, but I want more. I want more. I'm so greedy for all of the content, you know? Like, I think we should just get all of it. So Sony, if you're listening to this,
hey, I like that. Oh, I like that, Johnny. I'm going to use that.
I was like drinking my water and I was like trying to like get a sip in before before it ended, but I wasn't quick enough anyway. Yeah, I think they should do it. I think they should make it into Star Wars and just do a bunch of stuff with it. I think that would be absolutely sick. Okay. Let me clarify. Emilio says, I love Cobra Kai, but I don't want them to rinse it out like Star Wars. I just want to clarify that I agree. Star Wars, okay. How do I say this? Star Wars has been like friggin' milking everything out. They've been putting out way too much stuff. They don't even care anymore at this point. They're just trying to make money. They're putting out all of this content that like nobody is asking for. They're putting out this, they're putting out this, they're putting out this, they're putting out 10 shows in a year, 10 movies in a year. And like they're not even thinking, they're not even planning out the story. Like freaking Obi-Wan, the biggest show, it was supposed to be the biggest show, literally had the cheapest budget and I mean, in my opinion, was not that great. So I don't want Cobra Kai to become like Star Wars in that sense, where they're just overdoing it. And I don't think they will. But if you focus on one project at a time and have like, maybe you have different groups of people who really care, because with Star Wars, it's owned by Disney. They're all about the money. With Cobra Kai, like, I mean, listen, sure, they're trying to make money. Sony wants to make money. Netflix wants to make money. John, Josh, and Hayden want to make money. Obviously, like, you got to make money to live. However, it's about the story, and it's about the love, and it's about the characters, and it's about the entertainment. And I don't think John, Josh, and Hayden would, any project that they're involved in, I don't think they would allow I don't think they would allow the Miyagi-verse to be oversaturated if they were in control. That's why you got to give them like all creative control. That's why I'm a little disappointed that we're getting this Karate Kid reboot and John, Josh, and Hayden aren't involved. Because, I mean, like, what the heck? who asked for that? Like that to me, like it's kind of like that kind of feels like a Star Wars, Disney, Lucasfilm sort of thing, where they're just rebooting the Karate Kid for no reason. What, just because Cobra Kai was successful, you're gonna reboot the Karate Kid with another Kung Fu Kid movie? I'm sure it's gonna be good. Like I think it's gonna be good, but I just don't think it's not Karate Kid. And the 2010 reboot is in Karate Kid. Daniel LaRusso is the Karate Kid. The 2010 reboot, that's the Kung Fu Kid. This one is the Kung Fu Kid reboot. It's not the Karate Kid. So, like, to call a movie the Karate Kid when it's not the Karate Kid, I'd be so excited for this movie if they just didn't call it the Karate Kid. Just don't call it the Karate Kid. But, I mean, they just want to capitalize on the name. And John, Josh, and Hayden aren't involved in that. Or else, if they were, I'm telling you, it would never happen. They would never do this. Why would they reboot the franchise? The reason why you reboot franchises is when they're dead. But why are you going to reboot the franchise if it's at an all-time high? And people, do you know how many people this is going to confuse? Like, people already don't understand that Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith are not a part of the Miyagi-verse. They're not part of this Cobra Kai universe. Like, a lot of people are saying, oh, Jackie Chan might come in for the Sekai Teke. Jackie Chan's not a part of this universe. Well, Jackie Chan is, but not his character, Mr. Han. So, like, if we had a Karate Kid reboot with new characters, they're going to be like, oh, maybe they'll interact with Miguel in a spinoff. No, it's a reboot. It has nothing to do with it. It's convoluted. It doesn't make sense. Would you rather see them reboot the Karate Kid, or would you rather see a Mr. Miyagi show? I mean, come on. Like, if I was Netflix, if I was Sony, I'm looking at what John, Josh, and Hayden did, and I'm like, you guys brought the Karate. You guys brought the Karate Kid back. That's not easy. I mean, let's be fair. Karate Kid is an amazing movie. However, not me, but young kids. They might watch the movie and listen, this is just what it is nowadays. They might watch a movie and be like, oh, I don't want to watch this. It looks old. I know that's hard for us fans to hear, but some kids, young kids, will look at it and be like, oh, it's old. They want to see the big action and the big the high quality stuff. So that's why Cobra Kai did such an amazing job of bringing in the young generation and the older generation and making them all like universally love and praise this show. Everybody loves this show. So then you go back and it's like now the Karate Kid's back. I mean, Karate Kid is they brought the Karate Kid was like done. It was done. Ralph Macchio, Daniel LaRusso, Mr. Miyagi, those characters were done. They were done. But John, Josh, and Hayden brought this universe back to life. And what do? The first thing they do, they're like, okay, once Cobra Kai is done, we're going to make a Karate Kid movie? A reboot? Why not continue with the story you set up and make a freaking Terry Silver movie or a John Kreese movie or a Hawk spinoff movie? I don't know. Anything. I mean, you got me invested in this Miyagi-verse, and now you're going to make a new universe? And the premise isn't that interesting. I mean, I don't know. It's not original. I don't know. Sorry for that little rant. I appreciate it. But thank you, Arvinder. Thank you for that nice comment. Really appreciate that. Yeah, so, sorry I had a rant on that, but I'm a little, I'm passionate about it. I'm really passionate about this, so that's why I just get I want good stories. I love it. I freaking love it. I love it. Yeah, I'm passionate about it. Thanks, Robbie. I appreciate you. I got you, Emilio. You want more skits? I'll make more skits. I see Joel sent in a super chat. Let me pull that up. Thank you so much, Joel, for sending this in. Will we see Mike Barnes team up with Johnny and Daniel and Chosen in season 6? Dude, I hope so. I hope so. There are theories that Mike might join Cobra Kai, and Mike's maybe like undercover. He's really a bad dude. But I think Mike's a good guy. I think Mike will stay good. I don't think they'll make Mike bad again. I want to see Mike work with Daniel, Johnny, Chosen. I think that would be sick, honestly. Mike Barnes, Johnny, Daniel, Chosen, and Julie Pierce. Boom. That's your story right there. Could we see a Back to the Future spinoff show? Thank you so much again, Joel, for the super chat. Yeah, I think if they're gonna do a Back to the Future spinoff show, I think we could definitely have John, Josh, and Hayden writing that. I mean, these guys are so talented. I want to see Back to the Future brought back, and I think it will eventually. I think however they do it, they're gonna have to do it right. You don't want to force it. You don't want to ruin the franchise. It's a very special franchise that hasn't been rebooted or spun off yet. So I think when it comes to it, I think we could get a good one. Thank you for the super chats. All right. John Lee Brody says, of course we want to see that, but I'd also love to see a spinoff focusing on the All Valley board in the form of a workplace comedy. Maybe we find out why Daryl is so obsessed with blue mats, or where Ron got his gavel and each season George gets divorced. It writes itself, I tell you. John says, I would absolutely watch and make 100 episodes of a workplace comedy called All Valley, revolving around the All Valley board. There are layers of drama we have not yet explored with that group. So basically, John is referring to, and who was the person who asked the question? John and John. John is basically referring to the All Valley board from season 1 and season 4, which consists of Sue, Ron, George. Those guys are part of the All Valley board, and basically in the few scenes that these guys have been in the show, they've always stole the show. I mean, so funny. Like, I mean, what makes Cobra Kai so special is all of these characters. Cobra Kai would not be Cobra Kai without the characters. The characters are the heart of the story. And I love the All Valley board. I think they are all so funny. I'd like to see it. What do you guys think? Do you guys want to see a you guys want to see an All Valley spinoff show, or maybe like a cartoon or a Kai-Tunes? I did a Kai-Tunes. If you guys have not checked it out, it's called How Cobra Kai Season 4 Should Have Ended. I believe it's over. How many views is it at? Dang, it's at 23,000 views. Okay, you know what? That's pretty dang good. It's called How Cobra Kai Season 4 Should Have Ended. Kai-Tunes Episode 1. I'll share it with you right now so you can go check it out. I would say go check it out. I would say check it out. This is it right here. How Cobra Kai Season 4 Should Have Ended. Check it out. It's a whole animation that I created. You got the All Valley board right there. We actually got some Cobra Kai actors to voice. Cobra Kai Kid share right there. I voiced. We have all your favorite characters here. It's How Cobra Kai Season 4 Should Have Ended. I don't want to spoil anymore, but even though I kind of just did. But go check that out if you haven't already. Kai-Tunes. Get Kai-Tunes back. Aryan. It's going to happen. Kai-Tunes is going to come back. I'm talking to Gene, who is the animator for Kai-Tunes, and we're gonna make something happen. I know he's busy right now. I'm busy right now, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Those 3 episodes took a while to make. We've been taking a little bit of a break from it, but it's gonna come back. So do not worry about that. Yo, Joel, I appreciate you. Get the live to 100 likes, guys. Oh, we're at 100. We're actually at 157. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Let's get it to. Wait, how many are we at? Yeah, we're at 208. Let's get it to 300. Let's get to 300. So hopefully we get some more people jump in here. Let's get this live to 300 likes. Thank you, guys. If you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you are subscribed. Click the subscribe button below. Click the notification bell. Share the video with your fellow Cobras, your Miyagi-dos, all your friends. If you know someone who watches Cobra Kai, who's into Cobra Kai, tell them to subscribe to the Cobra Kai Kid YouTube channel. If anybody wants to know when season 6 is going to come out, all the new information, I will be bringing it to you right here. So you never have to wonder what's going on with Cobra Kai. I got you. So thank you all so much for the support. Subscribe, help support the channel. It means a lot. And if you support, we'll keep going. So thank you, guys. Love you all. Appreciate you all. All right. Next question. Matthew says, is Karate's bad boy tricking everyone into thinking he's a good guy? Okay, there we go. There we go. This is the question that we're talking about with Mike Barnes. John says, there is no good. There is no bad. Only weak or strong. Literally quoting John Kreese. Yeah. So he didn't really answer that question. I mean, that's the way you answer any question that you don't really want to answer the question to. You put a John Kreese quote. I mean, yeah, good, bad. It's all subjective. There's only weak and strong in this world. If you're strong, you survive. If you're weak, forget about it. You don't stand a chance. I'm kidding. Not really. Well, at least that's John Kreese's perspective. So maybe it's a little bit of a signal or a sign or a little hidden message that John is not actually answering the question. Maybe Bad Boy Barnes is really a bad guy. I don't think so, honestly. Looked like he had his whole life together. You know, I mean, if he is really bad and he's working with like Kim Da-eun or something, like, I mean, this guy's a good actor. Like, or at least not obviously Sean Kanan's a good actor, but I mean, Mike Barnes is a good actor and making Daniel believe that he wants to help him and all that. So, yeah. So we shall see. We shall see what happens. Okay. My boy Strike First Media. What's up, man? What character? Well, I'm saying what's up, but it's just a Twitter post. I'm saying hi to a Twitter post. But this is Strike First Media. Shout out to him. What characters from Cobra Kai do you, Hayden, and Josh identify the most with? Great question. John says, there are parts of me in almost every character, but I probably identify most with Daniel, Johnny, Miguel, Dimitri, Devin, and Soup Customer. This is hilarious. And if you guys, there were a couple of times where he's mentioned the Soup Customer, and I wasn't sure what he was referring to, but in season 4, episode 1, I believe. No, it's season 4, episode 2. Sorry, season 4, episode 2. We have that scene where Amanda confronts TORY at her workplace, and there's that guy who just wanted his soup. So that's who John is saying he relates to. And he's saying Daniel, Johnny, Miguel, Dimitri, Devin, and Soup Customer. Interesting list. Who do you guys relate to most with on Cobra Kai? Comment below. I'll make that a question. What character do you relate to most on Cobra Kai? What characters do you relate to most on Cobra Kai? I'm going to make my list. I'm going to say Miguel. I'm going to say Dimitri. I'm going to say I'd say a little bit of Johnny. Maybe some Kenny. Some Moon. I got some Moon in me. I'm all about the peace, peace and love. Oh yeah. Maybe I'll put a little Daniel in there. Daniel. Okay, let's put Daniel, Miguel, Johnny, Moon, Kenny. Who was the other? Dimitri. Yeah. If I had to make my list, that would be my list. All right. Johnny, Hawk, and Kenny. All right, so you're a badass, is what you're saying. Robby, Kenny, and Terry the most. Okay. So you're okay. That's pretty badass. You relate to Dream Miguel. You mean where he's like kicking ass? I relate to Mary, Sholo, Gianni, and Jacob. All right, so Sam, Miguel, Dimitri, Hawk. Okay. Miguel. Yes, Miguel's very relatable. Very relatable. See a lot of Miguel's, yeah. Okay, Chris. That's a unique one. I like Chris. Chris is funny. Awesome. All right. I'm the only one who loves Stingray. Nah, I love Stingray too. Stingray's the best. Stingray rocks. Mitch. LOL. Season 5 chosen. Okay. Sam. Yeah. There's a lot of good ones. All right. Let's see. John, new question. Matthew asks, would it be fair to say that Kreese could be free at the start of season 6, considering he was wrongfully incarcerated and any offense in breaking out of the jail would be time already served for the length of time he was in jail? What? Oh, any offense in breaking. Okay. I'm sorry, that was so complicated to read. John says Kreese certainly has a complicated legal situation as we enter season 6. I don't think it's safe to assume anything. Yeah. Very complicated. It is like kind of a meme at this point that like literally all he had to do was just stay there, and literally it was proven that Terry Silver was the one who beat up Stingray. So if Kreese didn't break out of jail, he would have just been released, and now he wouldn't have to be on the run. Like when he finds out that he didn't need to break out of jail, that literally he could have just waited for like 5 more minutes and found out, oh, Terry Silver got caught. He would have been a free man. But now he's out of jail, which he would have been anyway, but now he's out of jail and he's freaking wanted. So I don't know. Like Kreese has always been a smart dude, but I mean, how could he have known? It's just like irony at this point. Excuse me. Melissa asks, what scene would you say is the absolute best, most emotional scene that you would say tops all of the scenes that you have done in Cobra Kai seasons 1 through season 5 only? John Hurwitz says, I have so many favorite emotional scenes. A few. Johnny listening to Miguel's voicemail while looking through the window at Miguel in the hospital. Tommy dying. I love you too, Robby. Daniel visiting Mr. Miyagi's grave. Yeah, 100%. I cried at the voicemail scene, the Tommy dying, the I love you too, Robby. I cried. It wasn't really like emotional, but for me, it was emotional seeing Comico for the first time. That was like a really cool reveal with the music. So that made me cry. That was pretty emotional. And season 5, the breakup was very emotional. So that made me cry. Comment below, guys. What are your most emotional scenes from the season? Comment below. Comment below what scenes you thought were the most emotional. And let's pull up the next question. Rick, Chopsticks and Flies, asks John. Okay, this is a funny one. After I watched Blockers for the first time, I asked you, how do you cast an ass? You said we'd be surprised how many people volunteer to show theirs. Years have passed, and now Chosen's butt appears in Cobra Kai. How did you cast Chosen's rump? Was there competition for the role? Oh, this is hilarious. John says, first dibs went to Chosen's stunt double in this situation, and he stepped up. You later saw the rest of him as a member of the Fist, minus his eye that was covered by an eye patch. So yeah, that's the eye patch dude, who I guess is Chosen's stunt double. I didn't even know that was the same person. So if any of you out there are wondering who played Chosen's ass, that was him. Yuji Akumoto did not do that. I don't know if he felt comfortable. Understandably so, being nude on television or partial nude. I mean, it's a lot. It's pretty extreme, but this guy obviously didn't mind. So there you go. You had this half butt on television. Very funny. All right, we got two more questions. Okay. John Hurwitz says, oh, sorry, missed a question. David says, did you read Ralph's book? John says, yes, and I loved it. If anyone wants to know what it feels like to hang out with Ralph Macchio, read the book and you'll get a pretty good idea. 100% his voice. Basically, the book he's referring to is Waxing On, The Karate Kid and Me by Ralph Macchio. Great book. I did not get to finish reading it. I've been incredibly busy. But I have read like a lot of it. And I will say that this book is incredible. It's so good. It is 100% Ralph Macchio's voice. He discusses the making of The Karate Kid, working with Pat Morita, Elizabeth Shue, William Zabka. He talks about Cobra Kai, the fans. It is such an incredible book, and I 100% recommend it to anybody out there who wants to learn more about The Karate Kid, Ralph Macchio. Let's definitely check it out. Okay. John Hurwitz is asked by Ka. I've always been curious about it. How do you guys do? Okay. How do you guys choose the references from the Karate Kid films to put on the show? So John replies saying, we only use references to the Karate Kid movies if they are organic to the present day story we're telling. Never like for those moments to feel forced. And yeah, that's what makes Cobra Kai so amazing is this story. They don't force the story. It's not like they're forcing in all these references. I mean, there are a lot of references, but it all comes very naturally to the show, to the story, which is not easy because a lot of times you have shows that are sequels that like they copy stuff, you know, they just plagiarize references and they just take it just for fan service. But Cobra Kai is not just a fan service show that just does here's some fan service and that's it. There's a lot more nuance to Cobra Kai than that. there's a couple questions that I actually didn't get to do, so I want to pull those up. But yeah, well, let's pull those up. There's some that I forgot to save. So all right, here we go. Now I'm gonna pull it up from the actual Twitter website. All right. So Bella asks, will we get more of the wonderful Hannah Keppel Moon in the last season? John replies, the show can always use more Moon. Hannah Keppel has a very bright future ahead of her, extremely talented, and a pleasure to work with. I love Hannah Keppel. I love Moon. I think she's a great character. However, last season, so many characters. I don't see Moon getting as big of a role as any other season. I don't know. I think season 1 might have been her biggest role, and that's probably going to be it, honestly. Unfortunately. Maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. Anthony asks John, what has been the most rewarding thing about being involved in Cobra Kai? And John says, when I hear stories about how the show has positively impacted people's lives in real ways. Didn't expect so much of this when we first started out. And I know for me personally, Cobra Kai has really played a big part of my life. It has inspired me in so many ways. I mean, look at this YouTube channel. We have over 100 people here. This community we've cultivated, you know, the passion that I've grown for this show. You know, I love filmmaking. I love storytelling. It's inspired that for me. The music from the show, the writing, the characters, the storylines, the arcs, like the motivations, like it's taught me a lot of important life lessons. Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang. It's a very powerful show. And you know, that must feel good for John and the creators to know that they've created such an impactful show that for so many people. Mia asks, did you guys already have an overall idea of how Cobra Kai ends when you first started, or did it come to mind as you continued writing the seasons? John says, we've had several key ideas in mind from the very beginning, but plenty of new thoughts have emerged over time. It'll be very interesting when the show is said and done. If John does another Q&A, I definitely want to ask him, what were those key ideas did you have in mind? So what ideas did you know 100% from the beginning that you were going to do in the final season? And what did you think you were going to do over time? The baby is probably something they knew they were going to do. If there's a Johnny and Carmen wedding, I could see them knowing that's where they wanted, what they wanted. The Sekai Taikai, they probably knew they wanted that. Maybe if Kreese dies, I don't know. These are just my theories. But it'll be interesting to know what ideas they had from the beginning and what emerged over time. I kind of want to know the timeline of it. That gets me curious. I'm really invested in that. And last question. Here we go. Let's end it off with an obliterated question. Fadima asks, when is the premiere of the new series Obliterated? And John says, Obliterated will premiere in 2023. That's this year, still awaiting the exact release date. So that is absolutely awesome. We might not get Cobra Kai season 6 this year. I don't think so. If Obliterated is going to drop in 2023, I would say that's like confirmation that Cobra Kai season 6 doesn't drop until 2024. Now, it's not 100% confirmation. It's confirmation from my theory. It's my theory, but I would say it makes a lot of sense. If Obliterated is going to drop this year, I don't see them dropping season 6 in the same year. But I'm excited for it. I'm really excited. I think it's going to be really good. I think it's going to be really fun. And yeah. Obliterated, I see some people asking in the chat what Obliterated is. Obliterated is the new show that John, Josh, and Hayden are working on, other than Cobra Kai. So that's going to be really good. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Oh, I missed the question about the Sekai Taikai. Oh, did I? Oh, which? Let me pull that up. What was the question? All right, wait. What was the question? Maybe you could tell me so I can search it up. There's a lot of tweets here, so it's hard to see all of them. Is there a question about the Sekai Taikai? I don't remember that. Oh, I see it. I see it. Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here's a question about the Sekai Taikai. Okay. Here we go. There we go. Jackie asks, will we find out the name of Johnny and Daniel's combined dojo in season 6? Which is the question we've all been asking. And John says, if they are going to compete in the Sekai Taikai, Johnny and Daniel better settle on a name. Okay. That's confirmation. I mean, obviously they're going to compete in the Sekai Taikai. Interesting that he's saying if they are going to compete in the Sekai Taikai. Very interesting that he's saying that, which means, well, starting season 6, it's probably going to be a discussion like, are like Johnny and Daniel, like, should we do this Sekai Taikai? If Cobra Kai is out, if they're out of business, why do we need to compete in this? And Johnny might say, hey, because it's badass. And Daniel might say, oh, we don't need to, man. We don't need to, Johnny. So we'll see about that. But the fact that John's saying if they're going to compete, they will need a name. We know they're going to compete because obviously, like, bruh, they're going to compete. Come on. So they're going to come up with a new name. And I'm excited for that name. I think it's going to be a fun reveal. And maybe we could do a video guessing on what we think the name is. I don't think it's going to be Miyagi Fang or Equal Dough or any of that, but I think it'll be something. So I just want to thank all of you so much for joining. That concludes the live stream for today. I hope you all enjoyed it as we broke down the Cobra Kai season 6 news, new information on the Sekai Taikai, on, you know, the writing officially beginning. There's all of this stuff that has officially been announced, and there's a lot of teases that John left us with. So we're just gonna have to wait and see, wait for some more information, and it's gonna be very exciting what's to come. We're only gonna get more stuff. Remember to subscribe here to the channel, Cobra Kai Kid. Turn on all notifications, like the video, subscribe. I already said that, but if you haven't, you should, because I will let you know anytime a new announcement drops. I will keep you posted. I love you guys. I appreciate this community. I appreciate all of your support, all of you here in the chat, over 100 of you the whole time. Really, really means a lot. The community is just going to build. You know, Cobra Kai never dies. Even when Cobra Kai ends, we're still going to be going. We're still going to be making content. And it really does mean the world to me. I do want to let you know that I have more interviews. I have more videos coming. And this Friday, March 3rd, I will be dropping the biggest video yet. It is the longest video on Cobra Kai Kid. You will see what it is soon. I will not announce it yet, but it's the longest Cobra Kai Kid video ever. It's the biggest video, and it should be exciting. So thank you all so much for joining. Martin in the back there says hello, and we will see you next time on Cobra Kai Kid. And until then, remember, Cobra Kai, say it. Cobra Kai never dies. Bye, guys.
Cobra Kai. Say it. Cobra Kai
never dies.
Whoops.